Alright, let's talk about Planet of Lana. I'll bang this one right off the bat. I'll bang this one right out with a inflammatory statement. Planet of Lana is the reason I don't play games like this. Oh yeah, okay, different. Gutenberg, bang, you're a cat. This is a good example of why I don't usually play games like this. Because Planet of Lana, G-Man just said, is from a story perspective, the game is interesting. It has a interesting world in it, and I like the things it does with kind of language and kind of uncovering these kind of ancient places where. Oh, that reminds me. Let me quickly see. Planet of Lana full secret. I just want to see what the secret thing looks like. If there's like a picture of it. Full shrine. Just since we're talking about the story of the game. Surely, so here it is. I found it. This, I guess, is the full image. So kind of looks a little bit like what I anticipated. Like we were on a planet, and then we kind of sent like a seed to a different planet. Kind of what it looks like. I guess that's what happened. And I guess maybe eventually the robots from over here became sentient and took over and came over here, or maybe they were supposed to come over here and grab all the seeds or something. I don't know. That doesn't not necessarily super relevant, but yeah. So Planet of Lana is a good example of why I don't play games like this, because that one is our Earth, yeah, because or probably it's an Earth. The story in the game is fine. It's beautiful at some point. It has some really like interesting highs in it. When we're crossing that desert with the cat and there's like the music playing, super nice moment when we think the cat is dead and Lana's like humming to it. Now that's not a moment that, if given other contexts, I would like break down and start bawling like a baby. But the big problem is just the gameplay. The problem is that for me, this kind of feels like one of those games, and I guess art too. Art is incredible, like really good, solid art style in this, particularly the backgrounds, which look wonderful. Music too, super good, but the gameplay is the problem. And the problem with the gameplay is that, to me, this doesn't feel like a game where they wanted this to be the gameplay. It doesn't feel like they set out and were like, okay, we want to make a 2D puzzle, semi-scary game. That's not what I feel like would be their intention. I don't feel like if I gave these people $200 million, so I said, go make Planet of Lana, this is what they would have made up, right? I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like the gameplay in this is more like it's more a necessity to the story. Like, they wanted to tell this story, and then they have to have a gameplay, so this is what the gameplay is. And the gameplay is just this kind of like run-of-the-mill, you've seen it a gajillion times before, puzzle game, where all the puzzles are mostly straightforwards. They're not trying really to challenge you too much, because they obviously want people to get through the story. And a lot of it is just kind of like waiting for things to happen. Like, oh, stand on this thing, wait for the thing to run over there, then run over there. Which, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. A lot of people like that. Some people don't care about. Some people have played games less than me, or they have different experiences with games than me, so they'll play this maybe from a more casual perspective and be like, yeah, that was fine, I had fun with that. There were some brain teasers in there. I felt really engaged by the characters and kind of the struggle we were going through, which is fine. But for me, it feels very much like gameplay is secondary. A good thing I thought about while playing this is, like, if you remove the setting from this, like if you remove the story, would this be a good game? No. Right? This would not be a good game without the story. But if you take games like RDR2, like, would I play RDR2 without the story? Yeah, I would play RDR2 without the story, right? And I think that's the same for a lot of these games, right? But that's not like, that doesn't mean that games have to be good without the story, right? Because if, like, Life is Strange is great, and I wouldn't play Life is Strange without the story. but that also has like mechanics that feel very appropriate to the game. Where here they kind of just feel like they just have to have some gameplay going on. Trying to make you stay in the area for longer and not being just working. Yeah, exactly, right? Like it feels like it was just like it feels like it's mandatory gameplay. It doesn't feel like it's interesting or anything that you haven't seen before. It feels like it's mandatory gameplay. It's like we want to tell this story, and in order to tell the story, here's the mandatory gameplay. And some people won't have a problem with that. I have a problem with that, which is just why like this is just like a run of the mill game to me. But there's a lot of games like this. I think I do think that from a gameplay perspective though. Or from a gameplay story perspective, I do think one thing they could have worked a little bit on is a little bit of agency for the player, probably. Because while going through this, it wasn't really clear what I was trying to do all the time. Like, I get that I was looking for Lana, that's fine. But, like, how was I trying to find Lana? Like, did my character see that giant orb in the sky the entire game, and that's what she was heading towards? Because then it could have been in the background for us the entire time, right? We could have seen it coming closer and closer and closer as we were traversing. But instead, like, we were just kind of heading right. We just kind of kept going right. And then we encounter mysterious desert man. And then we help him create a mysterious robot mount. And then we ride the robot mount to the right. It's just kind of like, I wasn't sure what we were really do. Like, I get that we're going towards Lana, but it kind of felt like there wasn't a lot of agents there. Like, I, as a player, don't know what we're doing. I don't know what the plan is. Which I think could have been improved. That's another thing I was thinking about too. Oh yeah, I mean the game did have some cool moments though, right? Like I like the puzzle with the notes, like when we activated the robot. That was a cool puzzle. Like more stuff like that would have been great. Like stuff in that direction rather than just being like stuff where it's like, oh here's 3 levers, you gotta pull them in the right order. Like that was interesting. That was kind of dynamic. Where it's like, oh, we gotta the pipe puzzle we did today too is kind of same thing. Like, those are fun, I think, because those require you to interact with the environments. It's not, oh, run away from, or there's a robot here, you gotta make sure you wait for the robot. And the scene with us, running away from all the robots on the mount, like that stuff like that, I would have focused more on stuff like that. Because that's cool, that's dynamic, and I would have rather played a 2-hour game of that, rather than whatever this was, like a 5-hour, 4-hour game of this. So yeah, I like... overall good game. I'm complaining about it, but like, I think if you take this game and you cut out all the monotonous puzzles in it, and the puzzles aren't bad, like they're decent puzzles that make sense and they're well designed, but it's just what every game like this does. Every 2D side-scrolling emotional game. What are these games usually called? Like That's an name for them, but like all of these games are the exact same. They all do this exact same thing, with a few twists. So, I think story great. The kind of thing they're doing with language is great. The world building was good. I actually enjoyed the world building. It leaves a lot of questions in your head. It doesn't really answer anything definitively, but you can like make up stuff in your mind. Super cool. I like that. The emotional highs are super nice. It's just all the like boring gameplay in between. Where it's just kind of like, like, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with this. Let's open up our game list. Let me do Metacritic, Planet of Lana. Let me do, I don't think I have, I do probably have this on How Long to Beat already, right? Planet of Lana. I do, 4.5 hours. Alright. The game lists. Our ratings: 10 the flawless masterpiece, 9 everyone should play this, 8 great experience worth playing, 7 good play if it sounds fun, 6 alright play if you like the genre, 5 average. I think I'd land this solidly at like a... I'd give it like a 6.4. I think that's a fair rating for this. I think that what do we rate? What was the last game we played? Not Spud, but what did we play for Spud? Oh, Contraband Police, yeah. Yeah, I think that 6.4 is pretty fair here. I think that all the stuff they're doing with the story stuff by itself could be like an 8, a high 8s maybe. Like if all of that was worked into better gameplay or more engaging gameplay, probably like a high 8s. But I think just the fact that the majority of the game is just these kind of like samey puzzles you've done a gajillion times. Like, would I recommend anyone play Planet of Lana? If you like these like emotional games, and maybe they're like a more casual gamer, sure, yeah, I would say like, sure. This seems like a game we play. There's probably a bunch of games I would recommend people play first, but you know, it works like that. But is this something I would just tell people to go out of their way to play? Nah, I would not play it. Yeah, like, I think a 6.4 is pretty reasonable. There's like, if you like this genre, then this game is probably pretty fun for you. Is it the best in the genre? Probably not. I wouldn't say. So yeah, 6.4. Planet of Lana. 4.2 hours, so we're pretty much in the thing here. We didn't get all the stuff though, but that's whatever. The Metacritic rating is an 80, so you know, fairly low compared to the compared to critics and other users. Maybe a higher 6 would have been fair, but I'm gonna stick with my score when I give it. I think a higher 6 might have been fairer, but kind of just what I'm feeling right now. Game journals are all casual scum, bear in mind. What? What do you... They're like the least casuals. They play more games than anyone. You're casual compared to the game journalists. Hello, Cal. I think I'm gonna give in Contraband Police like a 6.5, but I think I would put Planet of Lana over Contraband Police. Actually, I think I would actually do this. I don't actually know. These are very interchangeable for me. Contraband Police has more fun gameplay. Like I would rather play Contraband Police, I guess. So they only like casual games, though. What do you mean? Pathologic. Look, they reviewed Pathologic. Ooh, oh, Artistic Match 3, 10 out of 10 game of the year. Tell us the MSC in your name for My Summer Car, yeah. Tell us a really big My Summer Car fan. Master of Science, because I'm a science fish. The hell? Let's see how I did it. Did I rate Contraband Police higher or lower? Okay, I rated one lower. Well, what can you do?